Yo, what is up, guys? It is CRPHD, and welcome to the third episode of the Plug and Play podcast. Today, our special guest, and someone that is going to be on future episodes, the man himself.
I can't wait to be on future episodes.
Mason,
I'm excited for this.
Mason Arsenault, the monster, the guy that literally knows everyone. And I want to say I'm joking, but I'm not.
I mean, it's super crazy. I remember last week of April, I was at Formal in Fort Worth, and my parents were literally on a random part of the beach in Port Aransas, and just so happened, three Texas Tech friends just somehow ran into my parents, or like, and those girls even said, and like they said like, yeah, Mason knows everyone. Mm-hmm. And so ever since then, I was like, dang, I guess I do know everyone.
All the way in like another part of the world, just. You somehow managed to do it, and
that is 200 miles away, man. 200 miles away,
and that is something that we're actually going to tie into today, with this episode, is the importance of networking. Because, like I said, my man over here, important. He knows everyone. So I want to pick his brain. Mm-hmm. I want to ask him some questions, and I just think we're going to have a great episode today.
Yeah, this is all just dialogue, just chop it up and just talk about our experiences with networking and meeting new people.
But beforehand, me and Mason are going to give you our backstory on essentially just how we met, just so you know, just everything in a summary leading up till now.
Yeah, exactly. So freshman year, me and Charles, we both played football freshman year all the way up to senior year. We both played on the same teams freshman, sophomore year. He was a little bit better at football than me, so he was at the higher team junior year. But again, like freshman year, like I thought about starting my own YouTube channel and wanted to vlog in the student section, and Charles over here just guide me through it. Like did you give me an interview or did I give you an interview like freshman year? That was like
we gave each other an interview.
Yeah. That was it. Yeah, we gave each other an interview. Mm-hmm. I had like freshman year, and ever since then we just kind of like just been vibing ever since. Been hanging out for the past like 4 years.
Everything he said essentially. But as far as like when it comes to YouTube, man, this guy, known as the monster in high school, literally a walking celebrity, just walking around in the halls. People will come up to him and be like you're that YouTuber guy, like at the football game.
Yeah,
like,
no, he's not wrong. I would be sitting in Spanish class, and when I was a sophomore, and freshmen would come on in and chill. What's called the pit hours, like the time you just get your homework done, and or chill out, or if you're Charles over here, you'd sleep. And they'll go on in, and then first go like, oh my God, you're the vlog guy, right? And then like all the people older, like juniors and seniors at the time, like, oh, vlog kid, no way.
Sure did.
No, it was I would say that year just vlogging the student section. Honestly, it was so much fun, man. Mm-hmm. Every single time I'd go on in, it was like I always had a segment called freshman of the day. Mm-hmm. And during halftime, like the freshmen I saw that's showing the most school spirit. Blake Youngblood, Ford Bonig was a couple of them. Mm-hmm. Say Stevens, Mary Kate Brown, Lauren Hawley were in there a couple times. And we're just like, all right, I just want to make sure to get the freshmen more involved. Because, freshmen sit in the back of the student section. Mm-hmm. They're not really too fired up or sit in the back. I was like, all right, I'm going to make a segment now. Who's the most fired up? Is now getting their own segment in.
And it helped too. It really did.
It did.
It caused like a chain reaction.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then next thing you know, everyone was trying to do it. Just to tie it all in a nutshell, is at least from the beginning, we definitely had like a common interest with like YouTube and video creation. So that definitely was one of the leading factors to us becoming friends. Yep. We did gaming videos. Literally all the stuff is on our channel.
We played 2K before. We've done 1v1s at the park. So we've done so much stuff with each other, man. And then also like when the cameras are turned off, like this guy truly is one of my best friends. He's like, this guy's gonna be like one of the groomsmen at my wedding. Like he for real is like kid you not, one of the tightest guys I know, one of the most genuine guys I know. So one of the good things that I'll always talk about Charles is we both are really good at just talking with people and just like dialogue. Yeah. And like down the line, like I kid you not, Charles is one of the best networkers I know, not just through his craft of videography or photography, but just by chopping it up. Just like, hey man, how's your day going? What do you do? yeah, what's your plan for next year? What's your plan for after you graduate high school, graduate college? It's like,
And
yeah, like
honestly, everything that you're saying applies to yourself too. And then essentially you can just fast forward that through college and these past few years till right now, summer.
Exactly.
What is it? Summer 2020.
Summer 2023, man.
Exactly.
Summer 2023.
And here we are.
Yeah, boys, ever since spring of 2018 and now 2023 now, we can actually grow facial hair.
Yep.
Ever since then, like now we've, our parents given us a little bit more freedom, and now we're just like out here and we're just
doing our thing.
We're just doing our thing, man. We're just kind
Here.
of chilling and just living through our college years right now. It's absolutely great.
Here at, or doing, excuse me, episode 3. Now, main point of subjects. I would like to talk to you, and like I said, pick your brain.
Of course.
Because, I mean, me and you are just alike with some of those characteristics. But you do it on a different type of level. I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like I'm good at it as far as like just carrying a conversation, talking, community, like things like that. But you have like this special type of, because I've seen
it. Make me feel good over here,
I've
man.
seen it up.
Dang.
I've seen it up close and personal at different types of events. My man literally will get not only approached, but he just bounces around and just talks to every single person. He gets pictures with them, catches up, and he just does this whole like little summary catch up process with like 30 plus people. Essentially, and
sometimes even more too, which is crazy. Sometimes I don't even know how I even have the social barrier to do it sometimes. But honestly, man, that's just kind of my element, dude. I like catching up with people. I like just again, it's like, hey man, like what's your plan for this next year, man? A lot of times we do talk about the past and catching up, but thing is, I love to ask questions to people.
Yeah,
it's like a lot of times like people remember you because when you ask questions, you actually seem like you care more. It seems like you care more about the person, which of course like you do. Like if you're talking to someone, especially from Vandergrift or from tech or from from football or anyone else like the 4 Points area, when you ask questions like, oh man, like he was actually like really interested in the stuff that I got going on in my life.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was like dang, like Charles is super cool ass, like Mason, like whoever asked that. Like that's the thing, like every single person that wants to get more social in the networking, all you gotta do is just ask questions. Showing
and going that, not even that extra mile, but just that little extra step.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes a big difference in how some people will view you. You know what I mean?
Because a lot of times I have conversations like sometimes like there'll be a person that only talks about themselves. Yeah. Like you get stuck in that conversation, like they're talking about a story, you're like, oh, I don't really care too much about this, or like I'm not too interested in it, and like you get in those conversations like, okay, I kind of want to go like talk to the next person or talk to my next buddy, or like one of the big questions I always ask, like, hey, give me your top highlight. Like ever since I saw you, give me your best highlight of like the last time we talked.
That's pretty good.
And then they're always like, yeah, man, like dude, like we like a lot of times, like, I have friends in fraternities like, yeah, man, we hosted this great party at a great venue. We had an artist come on out, whether that was Key Glock, we had Key Glock over at Tech, or they had, Sway Lee over in Arkansas, or any other artist, like, yeah, man, that was like best moment. And I was like, yeah, man, like tell me more about it, man. Like, how was the setup? Like, how was the party? Like, what kind of songs did that person do? Yeah. Like, and a lot of times I was like, all right, who were you around with? It was like, you'll remember the moment, but like, who were the people around with that like that you shared that moment with? Yeah. And like, yeah, man, like I was with my close friends, I was with my girlfriend, my boyfriend, and like we were just vibing the whole time. Like those questions that you ask, oh my gosh, would take you miles.
What the main point, or I'm gonna assume that this is just the number one thing that you, because you preaching the hell out of it. So I'm just gonna say start right there.
Exactly.
But is there any other tips that you would recommend other people? So
what I usually do is a lot of people are very afraid to talk to people that they don't know. So a lot of times, like, what I love to do is I love to like get two different groups together and facilitate the conversation. get a topic where everyone kind of merges together, because like, again, a lot of times I even experienced with this, like literally yesterday we had 2 different groups. I was trying to find out, okay, like this group isn't really reaching out to talk to this group. Okay, what can I figure out? A main topic that we could all relate to. And like, that's like, again, it's like people don't really like talking to people that they don't know. So what thing is, like, my approach is, when I see a stranger, I don't see him as a stranger. I see him as a story that I don't know.
That is really good.
Dude, when you look at that perspective, where it's not just stranger, but it's a story, your perspective absolutely changes.
That is really good. I've never thought of it like that.
Like a lot of times we're at social events, we're at like, or like, you know, we're at a party, or we're at a football game, we're at a venue, and I see someone that's kind of like, you know, in that circle, like haven't met yet, be like, hey, like I'll just go like, it's like, hey man, my name's Mason, I just see you here. It's like, it's like, hey man, how's your day going? It was like, so I was a rush leader, I was a rush captain, and I was also the Austin rush chair for my fraternity for this past year, spring of my freshman year and fall of my sophomore year. And that was one of the main things. We would have just a whole group of guys that just didn't know each other, and I was like, hey man, how about them Cowboys? And then they'll be like, the guys saying like, nah, screw the Cowboys. They're like, hey,
I'm a this fan.
And then like, no, I'm a diehard. But since you just put that topic in, just like that, everyone has an opinion.
So related.
Yeah, relatable. It was like, all right, now we got all these guys that did not know each other 2 minutes beforehand, now all talking with each other.
And then the crazy part is, like I said, if people, you know, support different teams, now you got a whole bunch of different perspectives.
Yeah, and then
all brought into a conversation that feels strongly about what you're talking about. Very
so true.
Yeah, especially with the Cowboys. I mean, you I'm sure you could find other, you know, relevant topics like that, but that's definitely a good one.
But then I try to go like more in depth. It was like, all right, man, I want to talk about something that makes all of us laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, because like, as long, like, if you're laughing, you know you're having a good time.
Exactly.
Because the worst thing is being like being stuck in like a conversation, or being like
static.
And it's just like boring. Static. It's boring. It's just like, yeah, man, like, okay, I kind of just want to move on. But no, if you're able to get like a topic where like everyone has an opinion on, and everyone's like passionately like talking about it, oh, it flows so much better, man.
And then the vibe is just so much better too.
Of course.
Something that I did want to touch on that we like kind of talked about in the BTS was knowing like maybe I guess doing your homework a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, because, you know, women might, you know, do things differently than men, and
so
men
true.
might, like you might talk or do things differently depending on, of course, the person, and then of course the genders as well.
Yeah, no, of course.
I heard this one thing, and like you said, like I said, we talked about it, how women's conversations, they like, they love to go everywhere essentially, but guys, they're very straight line to the point.
Exactly.
And it's a lot of that, but it's not just everywhere.
Yeah, so true. It's there's a YouTube video about this, but my dad Jeff literally said like, a conversation with women is like a big ball of wire. Everything is connected. But with guys, you have your separate boxes. Yeah. That you have a topic, you get the knowledge that you get, you pull up that specific box and you open it and you talk about it. Yep. And then you go on the next topic, you close that box, gently put it away, and you bring out the next box. Yes. That's exactly how it goes.
Another wise word from Mr. Jeff.
Yeah, I know.
His father.
My dad Jeff, amazing man.
Amazing.
But the thing is, like, all right.
Shout out, Mr. Jeff, if he's watching this.
Shout out my dad. You're awesome.
Creating essentially that custom approach, you know, will make the difference, because, you know, it's tailor fitted essentially with how you would like to address that person.
Yeah, of course.
And then, of course, you know, also just going back, if this is someone, of course, like you maybe want to give an elevator speech to, or someone important that you want to remember you know what I mean? Do your homework, you know, ask specific questions
Exactly.
that might interest them, even if you don't seem as interested. Show that you're show your interest at least.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
So-
do your homework.
So one of the biggest things I was in an organization called PALS. So it was like people that are socially shy or socially awkward, that doesn't really know how to be in the social scene. A lot of times I was like, hey man, how's your eye contact? Do you drift off into space when you talk, or do you look the person in the
Body
eyes?
language, everything.
Thing is,
the confidence. Yes.
So what I've learned is actually Coach Sanders actually talked to us, the head coach over at Vandergrift High School for football. He told us that 80% of your communication comes from your body language, and the 10% comes from your tone, and 10% are the actual words that you're speaking. So 90% of the things that you're communicating isn't even coming out of your mouth. To put in perspective,
I mean,
which is actually so true. So that was one thing. So I was trying to communicate to my pally a lot. A lot of times he wasn't he was a pretty shy guy. He wasn't very energetic like us. It was it's hey man, just all you gotta do is just get a little bit of confidence. A lot of times I get my confidence from working out. So early in the morning I'll get a workout in. That way I'm more free and moving, ready to go, and I'm more loose in the conversation I've had, and the connections I make with the people I run into, and every single time it flows way better. I would probably say and every single girl I've talked to, I ask them every single time, hey, what's the most attractive feature in a guy? 90% of them say confidence.
But now, leading on to the next thing that I wanted to discuss, what would you say are some of the most coolest people that you've met just through networking? Who would you say? Give me a top. I want to say a top three.
Top three.
Top three.
So I would say excluding my inner circle, I'd probably say the coolest person I've ever met. His name is Kenny. He's my honorary uncle. He's one of my dad's best friends. And he just has stories and so many good life experiences.
Definitely.
And I just sit back and just listen to this guy talk.
He's so entertaining too.
Oh no, the thing is he lived out in it was Venezuela, Guatemala for he was born and raised there. And so he has so many life experiences, living in another country, and so I'll just listen to his stories, which I'll probably say he would probably be number one. Second would probably have to be my mom, Carrie. She's gone so many places.
Mad respect.
She started her business when she was pregnant with my little sister. And so just listen to the stories of from her business mind, and be she's very all right, if you want something, you gotta go get it.
She don't play.
Yeah, she doesn't. We both have experience with
no
that.
games.
And but the thing is she's also so fun just to be around as well. She'll actually be your friend, so she'll probably be two. And probably three would probably be my dad, Jeff.
That is a great top. I'm in full support of that.
Yeah, because
three.
you could openly talk with both of them, and thing is all three of them was yeah, man, you could tell me anything. I want to know what's happening.
No, I
want to know what's happening in your life, and again, let's say you did stuff you're not supposed to tell us, because we're your safety net, and we're your support system. I always give out my respect first until of course they do something, they lose it, of course.
Great.
But the thing is, I will always give out my respect first.
Yeah.
And 99.9% of the time, that just giving out your respect will always be better down the line with those connections, those friends you make, those future mentors or future mentorees will always be better down the line. Just hand out your respect first. Be hey man, I messed with you a lot, man. Let's catch up sometime. Let's go on the lake.
Yeah.
Something like that. Hey man, let's come to the property. Let's chill out. Let's just chop it up real quick.
A little interaction could make a lifetime friendship.
No, it's so true. Hey, look at this right here. Little interaction, and just out on the football field, and now we're here and we're filming a podcast, and we're
years later.
And then and now hopefully our goal is to kind of guide through the younger guys.
Yeah.
Or even it could people our age or even older. It doesn't even matter. Try to guide through those people that I'm struggling a little bit in the social atmosphere. I'm struggling a little bit in making connections. It's a lot of times hey my big was like struggling to find a job. I was like, hey man, have you tried LinkedIn? Have you tried have you tried reaching out to people that you know that are older than you, alumni?
A man of solutions. And I think that's another important thing too. Just taking the steps, honestly. Don't force it. It's do you, before I continue on with that, did you have like a final message that you would like to say to the viewers with the tip, you know, anything that you just would like to say?
The final message is, if you see someone you don't know or someone you don't know all that well, just don't see them as a stranger or someone you don't know. See them as a story that you have not learned yet. Because if you have that perspective, oh my gosh, it will serve you so well in life. Not just now, but not just a few years. But if you have that same mindset going all the way to the time you retire or a time you just want to be like, you know, like kick the bucket.
Yeah.
You have no idea the amount of people you will impact.
Well said. Well said. The last thing that I want to leave y'all with is I would recommend, you know, of course, talking to people within like that have like a similar hobby or similar interest in a hobby that you like. I feel like that's an amazing place to start. There's also no other bad starting points with where this guy just mentioned. And that is going to be the end of episode 3.
Episode 3.
Yes, sir. We finally did it. Hey, thank you. As always.
Oh, good. I hope to be on here in future episodes.
Oh, really he definitely will. You guys definitely. Well, dang, I can't say like and comment. Well, no, this is going on YouTube too. So like and comment, subscribe if you're new. And for, you know, just my podcast listeners with no video, y'all drive safe. Y'all have a good morning. Whatever y'all are doing at the moment. Just take care.
Yep.
Peace.
God bless y'all.
God bless. Peace.
Cut off right there.
Yep. You just took it over for me, bro.
Dang, man. Dang, we're already recording?
Oh yeah, you can see yourself.
Oh, dang, yeah, there you go. Dude, the picture's super crisp too, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, it makes it like not dumb. There's actually like a display like above the lens. So, okay, I'm looking at y'all right here, but no, now I'm looking up at the display.
Yes, sir. You wanna tell the viewers where we are?
So right now we're downtown at the Austin Proper Residence. We're about directly 4 blocks south of like super popular bars on West 6, Buford's, Little Woodrow's, Ranch, Key Bar, Mayfair, all of that. So this is where we're chilling, and Carrie, my mom, really hooked him up with a good place where just kind of like socialize and be just like a good spot just to bunker down at and call it home base. And we got beautiful pool, beautiful people. The views are just absolutely amazing. I've been here for a few years. It's just absolutely breathtaking, man.
I'm trying to get the good angle. Like, Jesus Christ.
It's amazing, man. It really is. Like, every single time I'm coming up here, like, we've had this place when I was like a senior in high school, man. I'm about to go to my junior year at Texas Tech. Every single time I walk through those doors over there, I come on up, and I was like, wow.
Breathtaking.
It's breathtaking. It doesn't matter during the day, night, sunrise, sunset, every single time, man. It's just absolutely beautiful, man. It really is. And then like every single time I was like, dang, man, like I want my friends to experience like the same thing.
No, I feel you.
So I was like, all right, we're gonna chill here. Then we're gonna like walk to 6, not spend any money on Ubers, because we all know Ubers on 6 is
pretty expensive.
Pretty dang expensive.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, just go on over there, walk out the front door. We'll like walk on over to the ranch, 4 blocks up, bang, 5 minutes, we're there, and then we're chilling. Then we don't even have to worry about like Ubers getting on home, because the Uber over Steiner's like $100, even the River Place is like 80 or 90.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like absolutely ridiculous. But no, this is a absolutely great spot. Met amazing people out here. A lot of the residents are like super cool and super down to earth. Like me and our buddy Evan, like legit, like we had dinner like with 2 of the residents here at this exact table 2 nights ago, and we learned about their life story. Turns out their son at TCU is actually also a beta. So
really?
I was like, whoa, that was amazing.
That's gas.
And then, you know, after that, it's like, you know, like we connected with each other, got with each other on LinkedIn and Facebook, and then it's like those connections will, it doesn't matter if you're going to use it now. It doesn't matter if you're going to use it a few years down the line. And like those connections you make in those moments with those like good times you have with those random people that you thought you never even met, will serve so good for you down the line.
I believe you, man.
Yeah.
Yes,
exactly.
sir.
So,
Well,
I mean, Charles, like the same thing for you, man. Like you have no problem with talking to people at all.
Oh, no.
And so like you become friends with people just like that.
Oh yeah.
So it's absolutely amazing.
It's a blessing and a curse, won't you say?
I mean, we're both kind of the same, man. We're able to vibe with like anyone that we ever meet.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes we'll go to places and then like we're trying to like talk with like one person and then we both have just people come up to us all the time, be like, it's like, hey man, how's it going?
Yes,
What's up, Charles?
uh-huh.
How you doing, dude? And it's like they're like doing good, but it's like, dang, I'm trying to talk to this one person right here, and we got like 10, 15 people coming up to us in the span of like 5 minutes.
Talking,
Just like
catching up,
talking,
yeah.
catching up, and all that. Like, which is great. I love catching up with people all the time.
Uh-huh.
Like me, I love conversating, catching up with people, see how their life is doing, how their story has progressed throughout their life ever since high school. Like football, Vandergrift, those times, you being in the student section when Greg Brown was like dunking left and right, man.
Yeah.
So like those times, like I do cherish, but then again, it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to like sit down with someone. I mean, I dealt with that with my formal date. I was chilling.